July of 2006, I'm going back, 16 months after I lost Mel, that I was trying to still find my place in the world, to get my footing. And it was a friend asked me a question. He basically threw out a life preserver to me when he asked me a question. He said, do you want to try something new and exciting? Would you like to jump out of a plane at 9,000 feet? And I said, after thinking about that for about a millisecond, I said, absolutely yes. Skydiving was something that always intrigued me, but it scared me at the same time. But considering what I had just gone through with Mel, nothing scared me anymore. I was intimate and very familiar with death. So jumping out of a plane, why not? Why not? And truth be told, I felt that my friend just offered me a way out of my agonizing situation. In the back of my mind, what I was hoping for was that chute wouldn't open. I wanted out of my pain, and I wanted to be with Mel again. Mel and I were not even close to finish playing with each other. We were just getting started. And I thought that this was an opportunity, or at least a sign, to be reunited with him. This jump to me was a gift from my Creator. So when the day of the jump finally came, which seemed to take forever to get there, it was the perfect July day. We couldn't have asked for a better day. It was sunny, it was hot, it was clear. All systems go. There was absolutely no backing out of this jump, even if I wanted to. My other sister was there, and she was crying, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're crazy. And I said I wanted to take this leap of faith because I knew it was either going to be the end or the beginning of my new life. So we met with the jumpers, our trained jumpers, got their instructions, got suited up, and headed out towards the plane. My friend and his jumper were the first ones to leave. They jumped. Okay. Then it was our turn. The force of that wind that hits you in the face is incredible. And it's going, your skin is just flapping like crazy. And then on the count of 3, we tumbled out. And the free fall was incredible, and it went by so fast. And before I knew it, my professional jumper pulled the cord, and we shot up. And we shot up so fast. I'm trying to give you a visual. It was like being that circus performer being shot out of a canyon. Fast, so fast. That entire experience was so exhilarating beyond words. And as we were hovering and gliding above the land, I knew that that was the day that I was going to quit my mourning. I knew that I needed to experience the beauty that I was seeing below. I also knew, and I felt connected to Mel, floating there, saying, this is what he's looking at every day. And this is his gift to me to say, smarten up. You gotta get back out there. You have to enjoy this. The beauty was breathtaking. Now, am I telling everybody to go out and jump out of a plane? Absolutely not. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just saying that that was the experience. And that was, I could pinpoint the day. That was the day that I decided I had to rejoin society and get back to the land of the living. I also knew that I would not allow cancer to make me a victim, and I was not going to die because of this, that I was going to have to pick up the pieces and move on. But how do you do that? Well, I started telling myself on a regular basis that it is possible to have a happier life. And then I started having a happier life. I said it was possible to appreciate what I had as opposed to what I lost. And no matter what life had dealt to me, that was my choice. I chose that life. And I remembered just to be thankful and grateful for everything and everyone in my life. I knew that in order to move forward, I would have no other choice but to create a new way of life for me. I remember speaking to a counselor, and I said, I'm waiting to be normal again. She said, oh, you're never going to be normal. You need to find a new normal. That made a lot of sense to me. My old life was gone, and there was no getting it back. And the choices that I had to make right there and then was either live in the past or make room for the new future. And I love giving the analogy of this is, how do you go about doing that? It sounds so simple, right? How many of you hate cleaning the closets and the drawers when you're trying to make room for new things? I dreaded that. But yet, every time you finish doing that, you feel lighter, you feel better. And then I thought, geez, why am I not doing this with my internal closets? Why am I not getting rid of that excess baggage that you're carrying around? Think about that for a second. We go out and we spend, let's say $1,000 on a brand new suit. And we take it home and we're trying to jam pack it in to an already stuffed closet. And then we go to pull it out and it's all creased and wrinkled and we get upset with ourselves. Well, what did we do to make room for that suit? I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, we all know that time is going by so fast. If we're not going to take advantage of that time and get rid of the things that are just taking up unnecessary space, what are we doing? Is it okay to change your belief system late in life and come up with new values? New ideas? There is a great example, and I'm looking at the age of this group, and I think the majority of you will know who I'm talking about when I say this is a great example about knowledge and past beliefs and what we believe in. How many of you remember Bruce Lee? Okay, for those of you that don't, an icon in the martial arts in the late 70s. And again, another man, 29 years old, who died of cancer, way before his time, wise beyond his years. He was at a seminar and a master student came up to him, his idol. He wanted to talk to him. He asked him one question. He came up to him and he said, Mr. Lee, I want you to please teach me everything you know about martial arts. Before Bruce answered him, he turned around and he poured 2 cups of tea. And he said, this cup of tea represents your knowledge. This second cup of tea represents my knowledge. If you want to fill your cup with my knowledge, you must first empty your cup. I thought that was so powerful because so many of us, I know I did, based our decisions on past beliefs and choices and inherited beliefs. But what would happen if you emptied your cup of knowledge and perhaps looked at things a little bit differently, with a different set of eyes, with a fresher set of eyes? I don't think that it would be unrealistic to think that you might see things differently. And I just want to share my experience. I am grateful that I emptied my cup of tea when I was looking for that spiritual, that higher power, my creator. Are they there for me? Because as soon as I looked at that differently, my life changed, did a 180-degree turn. And to be successful in all areas of life, we need our minds to be healthy and working with us at all times, just like those Olympic athletes. And we need to make room for the future, just like making room in the closet for that new suit. But another key component is finding out what our individual passion is in life. Do you know what your passion is in life? If you do, bravo. But if you don't feel that. Because there is a very interesting study done by Harvard a few years back that focused on that question. You are never going to believe the statistics was that 93% of the people could not answer that question. So this interested the researchers to dig more and find out why. And it was determined that a high percentage of those, that 93%, they basically said that the dream life was not possible for them because of educational barriers, because of income barriers, because of lifestyle, because of physical and health. And basically, they just gave up on dreaming. When I heard that, I wasn't shocked, because if someone would have asked me 11 years ago if I believed in dreams, I would have looked at them like they had 3 heads. What are you talking about dreaming? I'm too busy being busy. I'm too busy trying to get through this life. But today, if somebody asked me, do I believe in dreams, you would have to, it would be impossible to wipe the smile off my face. And the reason why I'm giggling, I giggle through life now because I know that it is possible to retrain your thoughts and your mind and go after anything you want. I cannot tell you how excited I am to be living the life of my dreams.